Greetings lovelies, hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another Emmy tasting video. Today I'll be tasting a selection of potato chips, and they were sent to me by Little Miss Bren. Thanks so much, Little Miss Bren, for sending me this package of potato chips. I was collecting these potato chips, but I actually couldn't find a flavor. I'd gone to several different supermarkets and I couldn't find a specific flavor, and you sent me all four, so this is great. It's perfect. Lay's is a US company of potato chips, is doing some kind of flavor voting campaign. I guess people have come up with these flavor combinations, and Lay's is asking the public to vote which is their favorite flavor. So they're kind of wacky flavors. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's try the weirder sounding one first. And there is more construction outside, if you hadn't noticed. As most of you know, cappuccino is Italian style coffee, which I adore. Lots of milk and lovely cappuccino art. So, upon first smell, it's very strongly coffee scented. It smells great. Sweet and coffee scented. It's a little bit strange though, because it's a potato chip. Here's a potato chip, and it's very heavily dusted in a brown powder. It smells like coffee ice cream, actually. Itadakimasu. Wow! It is sweet, but it also is slightly savory. I think I like it. So you definitely get the flavor of coffee and a little bit of sweetness, but there's also a little bit of dairy in there as well. It's like sour cream and onion without the onion in terms of the kind of creamy milk-like flavor in there. It's kind of bizarre. It's actually very bizarre. I think this would really do well in Japan because there's kind of this proclivity in terms of taste buds towards the sweet/savoriness. And then there's that kind of novelty of coffee in there. I like it. I wasn't thinking that I would, but I like it. I think in order to enjoy this, you kind of have to separate yourself from your expectations in terms of this is going to be a savory thing, because it doesn't really taste savory, but it's not exactly dessert either. It walks the line right in between savory and sweet. Cappuccino. Well done. But kind of strangely addictive. Maybe they put caffeine in it. Number 2 is wavy mango salsa. So I'm expecting it to be kind of fruity and definitely savory, probably not spicy, and of course on a wavy chip. Whoa! Upon first sniff, it smells very vinegary. So this chip style is a bit different, a bit thicker in cut, and of course, obviously wavy. And it's got a kind of orangish powder on it. Alright, let's give it a taste. Here we go. Very intensely flavored and very kind of strange after having the cappuccino. It almost tastes a little bit like dill pickles to me. Heavily spiced, but not spicy. Lots of kind of herbal flavors in there. I don't really taste any mango per se. I definitely taste some onion flavor, vinegar, and a slight kind of fruitiness in the back of the throat. It doesn't taste like mango to me, but more like apricot or peach. Not my favorite. Bacon mac and cheese, cheddar flavor. So this is the elusive one. This is the one that I could not find. So Miss Bren came to the rescue. This one to me seems like the most kind of typical flavor. So let's see how it is. First sniff says very smoky, not like a real bacon smell, but kind of like bacon bit smell. You know, bacon bits that you sprinkle on your salad. And it has some, brown speckles. Alright, here we go. Let's give that a taste. It's good, but not very surprising. Like, I feel like this flavor already exists. Very smoky, bacon bitty flavor, like I mentioned, just like you smell. And cheesy and rich. It's good, but not surprising. This last one is the kettle-cooked Wasabi Ginger. Ginger I have kind of mixed feelings about. It depends on the context. Anyways, let's give that a taste. I should confess that my favorite kind of potato chip is kettle-cooked and just plain salt. I love the kettle-cooked texture. I love the straight-up potato flavor and just salt. So we'll see how I feel about this. First sniff. This smells like potato chip. I don't really smell ginger or wasabi. So wasabi, for those of you that don't know, is a horseradish-like root that's used in Japanese food. It's green, and it does this kind of thing to your nose where it kind of smokes it when you eat it. Oftentimes served with sushi. Also accompanied with sushi is pickled ginger. Kind of cleanse your palate in between sushi bites. So here's the chip. It's kind of a cluster of chips. It has green, almost dill-like flakes on it. I'm sure it's not dill. That's not bad. It definitely has wasabi flavor, and wasabi has a very distinctive horseradishy-like flavor. It doesn't have any of that nose flaring property as true wasabi or horseradish does. Like it almost damages your sinuses, but it's really kind of pleasurable in this kind of masochistic way. There's a slight kind of pickled flavor to it, a little bit vinegared and sweet. So I think maybe that kind of represents the pickled ginger. Yeah, the whole taste combination isn't bad. I really like kettle cooked chips, so I really like the texture of this, nice and strong crunch. But yeah, not bad. So of the four, you know, I'm going to go out there and say I actually liked Cappuccino the best, which I am totally shocked by because I thought this was a disaster. I thought this was a bad idea. But the novelty of this and the balance of this is actually quite incredible. I mean, you can't go into this thinking that it's going to be a savory kind of snack thing that you eat with your sandwich. This is more of something like, I think, just a snack to have on its own. I actually like the Cappuccino best. I love being surprised. Okay, so that was my number one pick. Number two would probably be maybe a toss-up between these two. I think the mac and cheese one tastes better, but it's not really surprising. And this, I think, is a more novel flavoring, but the taste is like meh. A distant, like fourth, fifth, sixth place would be the wavy mango salsa. I didn't really care for the flavor of this at all. I'm going to try last year's winner. Dun 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 dun, cheesy garlic bread. That sounds fabulous, but again, this sounds like a flavor that already exists. Ooh. Isn't it crazy how chip bags are like always half filled? Sort of false advertising. I know they need to put nitrogen and stuff in there to keep them crisp, but I mean, really, like, that's half full. I know also that, you know, inflating them protects them too, but anyways. These actually look lighter than I thought they'd be. I thought they'd be kind of yellower or oranger, but they look kind of like a plain potato chip. The smell isn't too strong either, so this is supposed to be cheesy garlic bread. Not bad. It definitely has a creaminess like the sour cream and onion. There's some dairy to that as well. I don't know what you guys use, some sort of special pulverized dairy powder or something. And then at the end, you get really strong garlic flavor. And a little bit of herb, too. I taste a little bit of oregano in there as well. I can see how that would have been the winner because it's sort of a typical, again, flavor. Thanks again, Little Miss Bren, for sending me this package of chip flavors. I was on the hunt and looking for all of them, and I couldn't find them all. And thanks to you, this video was created. Let me know if you've tried these potato chip flavors, and if so, what's your favorite flavor? Let me know in the comments below. Emmy wants to know. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye! This is called El Moro. So I don't know if it's related to the Moors, but a tourist place called El Moro. Fuerte San Felipe del Moro. Old San Juan. El Moro Fortress. It's called Ciento en Boca, and it's a snack. It means 100 in your mouth. Cleanse the palate. Attractive.